know how to hit it in this.
Michael, you ready to name and Ryan?
Good. Good, but
Thanks for coming down. We'll talk to you about that.
stop. Catch her a little bit.
Michael, nice to meet you.
That's good.
I'll see you next week.
It's not that that actually does anything to us, it's that that makes us do 2 or 3 other things. Okay? Now make sure the weights are, our knees are over our toes, just move it to there. See how they get the weight on the balls of our feet? Okay, you want the weight on the balls of our feet.
We were pretty far back.
It was pretty close. What we were doing in practice was as far as how far college.
Really? Was he, you think he was a little deep? Yeah. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I don't want you to tell me.
Oh, yes.
I don't know. I don't know we were doing it right practice.
Okay.
Practice we
Back here, when you load it.
Right.
Back here.
Oh, that's probably a little, that's probably like it.
I know, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
When I see your hands.
Well,
Where's that?
Get your hands even with your ears, or get your hands even with your shoulder. Which hand? This hand or this hand even? Right? When I say hands, I mean kind of where your hands are right there. This part of your hands right here.
They pitched today, so.
Those have got to be about as high, at least as high as your shoulder. Okay? So a little bit higher than that. There. When we get loaded, they got to be up from there so we can come down the ball. Okay? Come up. This.
you see what?
It's there. You
But you,
Okay, next thing, real quick. In your stance, I'm gonna tell you when to freeze. I want you to load, I want you to freeze. Load. Okay. Stay there. Okay, so look in the mirror, see where your bat is? This thing in this mirror, right here, this way. You see yourself?
yeah.
Colin, out of the mirror there. Pretty boy.
Oh, sorry, I told him to do that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
all right, sorry. I didn't know you guys were using
I
it.
thought he was just checking himself out in the mirror, looking at his beach muscles. You can keep doing what he's doing. Get your stance. Get your stance and look. Look in the mirror. See where your barrel's at? You can't let this thing go any further this way than that, where it is right there. See in the mirror? It's got to stay here. If it gets back here, where it starts falling behind your head, I can't take my barrel straight to the ball from here without hitting myself in the head, right? So then it has to come out and around. Boom. And then that's when I'm hitting ground balls to shortstop. Okay, so it has to stay somewhere up here, just from up here somewhere, wherever it feels comfortable and strong for you. From here, I can yank my hands, pull my hands hard down to here, boom, and my bat stays in the inside part of the ball. Okay? Do not wrap that bat. Don't wrap it. Don't wrap it. Good. Try to hit. Okay, try the most important thing. I got to with them, like legs, you know, less that they were. You're looking more than but if I cut this ball in half, this is the outside half. That's the inside half. We always try to hit the inside half. Always. Okay. The reason for it is that as a lefty, if I'm coming from here, if I come up outside, like if my barrel's back behind my head, and so then I have to swing out and around my head, come down to it. See how my barrel right now is on the outside part of the ball?
Yeah.
And if I was late, and I hit the ball right here, boom, it hit me right here, right? And then if I keep going, now it's coming from the outside, boom, and I hit it one spot on the sweet spot, right? And then a split second later, if I was early and my bat was still going, and I get here, now I swing and miss. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I got one spot right here that I can hit the ball on the barrel. Because if I'm late, I get jammed. And if I'm early, I swing and miss. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now watch this. If I swing to the inside part of the ball, right? I'm swinging down here through the inside part of the ball. Now, if I'm late right here, it's hitting on the barrel. Still hitting on the barrel. Still hitting on the barrel. Still hitting on the barrel. Afterwards, still hitting on the barrel, and then it goes out. So now my timing can be off by this much, and I still can hit it on the sweet spot. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Versus if you wrap that bat behind our head and then we go out and around the ball, we only have one spot where we can hit it. And when we do that, we can only hit it to one spot. Like for a righty, we're only going to hit the thing to the left side, you know, like at the shortstop or third baseman, okay? But I want you to concentrate hard, try and hit the inside part of that ball. Through the inside. Yes, very good.
You got a good one there?
Sure, we don't wrap it. We wrap it, we can't throw our hands through the inside part of the ball. Knees over the toes?
Yeah.
There we go, good. Perfect. Feel that inside the ball there? Yes, yes, that is huge. Not to mention, do me a favor. Go slow motion, out and around, wrap your back around his edge. Go out and around, slow motion. Okay. Now you make contact here like this. Keep me from pushing the bat back this way. Ready? Can't do it. Now watch this. Go slow motion through the inside part of the ball. Inside part of the ball. To here. Now keep me from pushing the bat back. The stronger that is, that's what we want behind the ball when we make contact. Yeah. You know how you see some of this. They swing and they hit the ball and it almost looks like their bat stops. And then the ball is kind of very forwards out there. Because there's nothing behind it when there's contact. If I come out and around the ball,
that'd be cool to just watch it down.
so it's not going to go
My
as
coach
far as
is
back.
always falling off.
Inside, attack like that, I'm not going to smash it. And a guy your size can hit the ball out of park, out of the park. You know what I mean? Just with walking up on a ball the way that you're supposed to. Don't have to be big. Inside the ball. Your toes good. Good.
True, foreign players do a good job signing those Japanese players.
We got that.
Yeah, the backup shortstop. Good backup shortstop, they were good.
It's your balance, like, so yourself fall back that way.
Really? Yeah.
Remember, every ounce, how much you weighing in at? How much you weigh? 95. strapping,
Big
strapping,
ones.
Huh?
Big ones, 95 pounds.
95 strapping, big, muscular pounds. We want all 95 pounds going down to the inside of the baseball. If I'm tipping over that way at the end of my swing, then some of that 95 pounds.
Just warm up, don't beat up your catcher.
And ultimately, that's what's going to give you power. When I say power, I don't mean for home runs. I mean power is how hard can you hit it.
You got that measure.
How hard we hit it is what's going to make us a better hitter. How hard we hit it. Because now, what do you play, shortstop?
Yeah.
Yes. If a guy hits it hard, and it's where the camera is away from you, you're not going to get it. But if a guy hits it with not anything behind it, hits it kind of soft where the camera is, you can take a step and dive and get that ball. Make sense? So we want to hit the ball hard, so that unless you hit it right at the guy, it's getting through the infield for a base hit. Make sense? If we hit the thing in the air, now it's getting to the gap, and getting to the fence, or getting over the guy's head, or getting over the fence too. Okay? All that's going to happen from coming down through the inside part of the ball, boom, and making with our weight behind it. We're in balance. Everything's coming down into the zone, not tipping over that way. Okay? Go ahead. Tipping that way a little bit. Okay. Wait. Back foot. Good. A little bit of a gap too. Remember, our hands can go back to your back. Yours looks like this. Looks like this right now. You're here and you're going.
You good?
See what that is?
You're grabbing.
Load. Instead, I want
The other
to
ball's
load.
better.
Just push the hands back, both hands, instead of kicking that top hand in and making the back go this way. Okay? Because you use your lower half good enough that you don't have to get that extra wrap in.
The ball that you have before was a
Feel
good one.
powerful.
Yeah, that one.
Just your hands just go back.
This one has way too.
There.
Okay, last
There
week,
you go. Yeah, my wall.
something that I
Have
had
some one of your crush boys down here repainting.
doing some sheetrock. There you go. Elbow on the shoulder, okay?
No cell phone, your BBA, sir.
Cheating.
Sorry.
Yes, sorry, apologize.
Yeah.
Can we get a down tower angle on the pitch of our outfield? Okay. We want to be on top of the baseball, not
Okay.
down on it.
Next thing, get your back foot straight.
Okay, so we'll throw
Load.
it rather than push it from that.
Step.
Alright?
Okay. When you step, that's not too terribly bad. When you step, don't lose any of that load in your back leg.
Back and
If
forth.
I was shooting a bow and arrow and I pulled it back and I loaded the thing all the way up with my swing, and then when I got ready to aim, I let half of it go like this, and then I let go of it, it just would trickle out there, right? That's the same thing as if I do this. Load, and then when I step, if I do this, see how I lost it? I lost a lot of that stuff that's loaded. I want you to be here, load, I push my hands back, I don't wrap it. Push my hands back when I loaded my back leg, and I stride, and I stay right there. Boom. See how everything stayed there? 100% still loaded up. I pulled that bow back. When I take my stride, I stayed back. You know what I mean? Then I let it
Yes,
go,
sir.
but then I let go at the same time. Got it? You see, I don't want you to swing it. Load. step. Yeah, good. And then from there, we'll swing. Okay, reset, reset. Load, go. Now we got step first. Step, load, stride, swing. A little bit more separated. Load, step, swing. Okay, you still want to do a little bit step and swing at the same time. Okay, that's what you've done so far in your baseball because you can. Because guys
Hey, is anything bugging you back here? You seen it okay?
55 miles an hour, right?
I don't want to do.
As you get older, guys are going to throw harder and harder. We want to get that stride out of the way before we see the ball coming.
Yeah.
Okay, because then we're just sitting there locked and loaded, ready to hit whatever pitch it is. And all we have to do, because I already got my stride out of the way and I'm already loaded, I'm just sitting here waiting for a split second. Not like I want you waiting for 5 minutes, right? But it's load, stride, okay? Right now you're like load, stride, and whack at the same time, okay? That's fine, that's been so fine so far, but it's not gonna work as people's breaking balls get better. As speed pitches get better, you're not gonna be able to load, step and swing at the same time and hit a fastball and hit a curveball, right? Because the step and swing at the same time has to be on one time, right? You're only gonna be able to do it for whatever pitch you get, you know what I mean? Instead, we want to do load, stride, oh, that's curveball, wait a split second, whack. Or load, stride, fastball, whack, you know what I mean? But we want to have that stride out of the way already. Yes, there you go, good. Now, that was actually perfect with what we were working on. Now hit the inside of the ball again. Get your feet right. Get your feet right. The inside of the ball.
What do you think this was? Last
Good.
time we talked about
Very good.
kind of hunching over. Okay. That's good to bring your chest to your knee.
See, that was kind of so-so. Don't hesitate. Here's what's happening, and it's just part of just because you're not used to it. It doesn't mean you can't do it. You'll be able to do it, but you're used to striding and swinging at the same time. Don't be scared. Just pick that thing up, put it down, and then just let the swing go. Okay, instead of right now, you're wanting to use the momentum part of the swing, kind of
Awesome.
step it and swing at the same time. That's something that we had to do when we're this big, because we didn't have any muscles when we're this big. We were just, in order to make that move, we kind of had to use momentum, like a Happy Gilmore swing almost, you know what I mean? But we don't have to do it anymore. You're strong enough now. Get that foot out. You just load, swing. When I say stride, I just want you to pick it up, put it down, then swing, okay? But I don't want it to be pick it up, start going and swinging, and then put my foot down and finish my swing. Same exact time. It's just a split second before.
Finish, everything looks really good.
That's good. Now you're just sitting and spinning here. Here's what I want you to do. This will help. You understand?
Fastball where?
Oh, wait.
Okay. Off the ground.
Move that foot forward an inch.
Oh,
Back an inch. Okay, now, load. Pick that up and put it down. I want you to reach out a little bit when you pick it up and put it down. Now, the only way we're gonna be able to do that is to make sure we concentrate hard on loading into that back leg, not on the back leg. That makes it more mean. If I load onto my back leg, okay, this is on my back leg. Onto my back leg. See, I'm standing on it, like I could basically pick this foot up and just sit here. That's going to make me do, if I pick it up and load it, now I'm gonna sit and spin back here, I'm gonna hit a bunch of hook ground balls. Okay, I'm gonna get a big loop in my swing too. Instead, I want you to load into that back leg. So the only way that I can tell that it's into it is if, when I load, is my knee still inside my foot? See how my knee's inside my foot here? Now,
Sometimes.
from here, I'm gonna pick my foot up and put it down. If I picked it up and left it up too much, my leg is wanting to push that way.
Alright, I'm
Okay.
doing this.
So it's load into that back leg, pick it up, put it down. Now my body is ready to fire the way that I want to. My lower half is ready to go, okay?
Right now.
So you try that. Load into the back leg,
Explosion doesn't happen back here.
down into
Right
it.
now, we're like a coiled
We'll
spring.
fix that back foot
Boom,
first.
now we're ready.
There.
Okay?
See how I said that one thing wasn't a big deal, but if we do stuff the right way, yeah, see how then all of a sudden our knee goes the wrong way? Okay, do that again. Foot right.
Right there.
Foot right. Good. Load into that back leg. Now, pick it up, put it down. Now go. That's it.
Yes.
That's it right there. Now done again. back, okay? So lean back and all this way, just stay
Right.
stacked, 100% stacked.
A lot of guys feel
At
like
the end
you
of the
have
swing, I want you to
great
freeze.
velocity with
Take
your
the swing
body
and then
back
freeze.
here.
The end of your swing.
Like you get better velocity when it comes
So
from
all the way.
you know,
I want you to swing, and then when you're done with your swing, freeze.
And then your changeup's gonna
Wait,
be more
get your
stacked,
back foot
so
right. Good.
just
Go
kind
into the back
of, it
leg.
brings pitching all the way more.
That's actually perfect right there.
Your adrenaline
If
gets
there's
going,
if there's a
that's
line
natural.
from here going up to
Body
your
starts
knee,
to
up
get
the side,
tired,
it should be
put
straight.
on
You
that
don't want to be
energy.
leaning back, you don't be
Your
leaning forward, you
delivery
definitely don't
should
want to
be
be falling
nice.
back that way.
Makes
From
sense?
time to time on an outside pitch, a tough pitch right here, we might be leaning this way a little bit, but never this way, or that way, okay? Be a little bit wider. There, it makes it easier for you to load into that back leg. The closer I get my feet together, like my feet are right here, how can I load and load? I mean, I can do it just a little bit because I'm old and I have pretty decent body awareness, but that's loading into my back
That's
leg.
impossible.
That's
That's
hard
an
to do with my
impossible
feet like this, and I load just a little bit
That's-
without
That's a
concentrating
ground ball that
on my
shows
back
up
leg.
over and over.
So that if I get a little bit wider, it makes it easy for me to feel, boom, loading into that back leg instead of loading onto it, okay? That's good right there, where you're at. Get back off the right line.
Let's go
There.
4 more, and then we'll go into fastball changeup.
Get you inside this ball. That's a perfect swing right there, bro. Perfect swing. Perfect swing.
It's a good pitch.
Yes, it is.
Perfect. Make sure you're not leaning back. Get wider. Front foot wider. There you go. Good.
Is that what you're doing? You're going in and out?
It's all right. Here's the deal. We all want to hit the ball in the air. We all want to hit the ball in the air because that's where bombs and doubles and triples are.
Yeah, good job.
But the beauty of baseball is it's a round ball and round bat, so we don't have to lean back and come underneath it. We don't have to come underneath it, whack, to hit it up in the air. That's what everybody thinks that they would want to do to hit a fly ball. They just don't. As a matter of fact, if I do that, and I come right up underneath and I hit it perfect, it's gonna come off like a knuckleball. Okay, and it's gonna fly, and it's gonna fly okay. Most of the time when I come up underneath it this way, I'm gonna hit it, and it's gonna come off my bat with top spin. It's gonna go out there, maybe it's gonna get ready to go over the center fielder's head, but if it's got top spin, it's gonna take off and sink, and the guy's gonna just catch it.
When you were calling.
Okay, or sometimes you'll hit one of those top spin line drives and it's going, you think it's gonna go to the shortstop's head, and he jumps up and catches it, because it sinks right back down and he catches it, right? Instead, if we, instead of getting that lean back, trying to lift, think about coming down on that thing, coming down through it this way. If you hit the bottom, middle to bottom half of that ball coming down on it like this, it's gonna come off your bat with backspin, and those are the ones that carry. Those are the ones that go with fence. You can hit line drive with a bunch of backspin, and they just, it's like they take off, I'm sure you hit one before, and it takes off, and it just keeps growing like an airplane. I mean, those are the ones we wanna hit. So instead of thinking about hitting the ball in the air this way, leaning back and hitting this way, just think about coming down through it. And literally, it's not something, let me show you that, screw here, screw here. It's not easy, okay, it's not easy to do, but, and me being a guy that I like hitting home runs, I was a power hitter, right? So I would get in that problem sometimes. I'd see that pitch that I want to hit and I'm right here, and instead of just going down to it the way I want, I'd see it and I'd go, boom, and I'd try to lift it and I'd pop it up to the infield and jog down to first base beyond that. So when I'd go back in between innings, if I was DHing or the next day during batting practice, and I would literally concentrate so hard, I'd concentrate this hard on going down on the ball. Watch how I swing down. It'd be here. Let me see, that's just straight down at it, right? And that's literally, that ball right there can get to the right center field gap, you know what I mean? Right over second baseman's head with backspin, it just keeps carrying, jogging into second base. Because I'm slow, I couldn't get a triple. You'd get a triple out of it, maybe even inside the park.
You aggressive with it? Yeah.
So you don't have to lean back, I promise you. Wider,
That's all right. Yes.
Chopsticks are
Very good. Go to the end of that back
Okay, so if our changeup
Little
is
bit
too
of a
large,
lean
we
back
change
still.
anything to what?
go through it.
Yeah.
Good, that was much better.
Okay, so throw it again.
Just hit the top of the ball, is all.
Austin, on this one, everything like saying, except exaggerate,
There we go.
down to the back of the ball, down to the inside,
Dirty.
down
Back
to the back.
heck out of it.
Forcing more.
Backspin. Yes!
That's it.
That ball is gonna go way further than the one that you lift up from underneath.
right, good.
Trust me, especially when you guys are playing.
Okay, we're starting to speed up our tempo a little bit.
Make it
Chill
easier
out
to
a
come
little
down,
bit.
the higher my hands
Deep
are.
breath, change.
Sorry, give me that ball.
Yeah.
He's gonna get up the machine now. Wider.
Finish very fast.
Come down on this thing, down to the inside. So we're attacking from here, right? That's where we're going to. Perfect.
Pitch the,
Good.
batter.
Get your helmet.
Get off me. Net, get off me, net.
Thanks, boss.